Hey, all you recovering emo kids, Amanda and Rob here with the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And we are here today with your weekly music review. You know the drill. We're going to review some legacy albums that came out within this time frame. And then we're also going to do some new singles that are out and do our Tinder swipe right or swipe left. But Rob is doing it from a different location today. What are you
That's
doing,
right.
Rob? Where are you?
Before I tell you anything about what I'm doing here, people, if you're watching or listening, please subscribe, follow, like. We have a Twitter, a TikTok, an
We
Instagram,
do.
YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Please. Anyways, now that that's handled, Amanda, I'm in the city of Philadelphia. They call it the city of brotherly love.
It
Stinks
is.
like stinks like trash and cigarettes, and not the nice kind of cigarettes. It's a dastardly place. I'm excited to have a cheesesteak later because let me just say I had some Tasty Cakes donuts earlier.
Oh, tasty cakes. Oh my gosh. You have to get the candy cakes. You have to get candy cakes, not just
Okay,
don't. You get candy cakes,
I'll try again because the ones I had sucked.
not donuts. Don't get donuts. Don't get
Yeah,
donuts. You
okay,
get
the donuts
tasty.
were yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Get candy cakes. Those are where it's at. It's like a cake with peanut butter and a like chocolate like coating. Oh, they're so good. Yeah.
Dude, I'm staying in an Airbnb. I got here like 2 hours ago. I haven't slept. I get to the Airbnb and it's gnarly over here. The great Airbnb. Shout out BB Robert Neilman. But they have a bodega downstairs,
Yeah.
and I went in, and I've been in California for so long that I get it, and he's like starts bagging it up, and I was about to tell him like, no bag, brother. I don't want to give you the dime for the bag. And then he's like, do you want a straw? I'm like, what do you? I didn't know what he was saying. Like I didn't like I was what do you mean? And he's like a straw, like, and he holds one up, and I'm like, I guess sure. And I got three delicious Mountain Dew sodas, and he gave
That
me
sounds like a bodega experience.
he gave me three straws. I'm gonna be murking turtles and seabirds on this trip. I got a lot of time to make up for. It's been like
Yeah, you
10 years
do.
we haven't had bags in California. I'm gonna be getting bags everywhere I
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Philly is one of the last big cities in the United States that don't do it because Chicago does the same thing. So I'm surprised that Philly is the last holdout. Not really. It's Pennsylvania. It's kind of red in some places, so I'm not really that
it's a
surprised.
charming town though. It's a charming city. I've been here before. I was here during the pandemic. Yeah, it was madness. I like it. We'll see about the cheesesteak later. We're gonna get some we're gonna eat, and we'll do a review of that as well. I'll give that a one
You
out of
better.
10. But so far, Philly, I have trepidations about you, but I enjoy you. Thank you for making me feel not very welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Philadelphia is where I went to college. I spent a long time there. It is like my second home in Pennsylvania. It is always going to hold a special place in my heart. I have been like, I lived in North Philly, where, no, it's West Philadelphia is where he lived. Also not great, but also
West
went,
Philadelphia.
trekked out there. South Philly, always a great place to hang out. Yeah, I miss it so much. The dirtiness, I don't even care. I don't even care. I've walked
I
barefoot
like
on the
it.
streets of Philadelphia and I'm still alive until today.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the tetanus, it goes away. You build up an immunity
Eventually.
to it. Yeah, you get ready
Exactly.
for it. No, this
Yeah.
is yeah, but it's
Yeah, we
wild
paid the
being on
homeless
the
people to like
yeah.
fix our house up. We paid like, well, no, we didn't. Our landlord paid the homeless people to fix up our little like slum house that we lived in college.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Which I bet it's been taken over.
there's a nice like underbelly of Greece here. Like there was like I
Yeah.
see like a sign for a convenience store, not the one like across the street. And I'm like, oh, I'll walk to that one. It's like, like variety store. I
Mhm.
walk there. It's not even a store. They just like left the sign up. Like it's just a shitty old sign. It's like a new apartment building. Like I don't know. I don't know. They threw like a new door over it, or like people live here now. We don't sell Mountain Dew anymore. So I don't know.
What part of Philly are you in?
I was trying to think that right now. I got off on, I want to say like Gerard. I took the L. I got off on the plane. I
Oh
took
my
the L
God,
east.
you're on Girard Avenue?
I'm on like, I have to look at, I'm on like
But
Svet
you
something.
got off Girard, right?
Either Gerard or what's the one right after? I want to say Huntingford maybe.
Hunting for, yeah, it's not Spring Garden. That might be a little too far. That's a little too far up. No, Girard is. Are you close to Temple University?
If I would have taken that train, it would have gone all the way to Temple. Yeah,
Okay,
like
okay, so yeah,
another like 6 stops, I would have been at Temple. I
so
was
you're
thinking that.
wow,
I was like,
you're like in like the probably the Fishtown area, maybe a little bit, possibly.
I don't know. Well, last time I was here, we went to Fish. Last time I was here, I forgot about the time the Eagles won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, and
Yeah,
they were playing. There was a game, and Nick Foles, I think at this time was like a Viking or something, and I was like, we're watching this Monday night game with fucking Nick Foles, but and they turned to me, they're like, they'll kill you here for that, and I was like, oh, I did not do
yeah,
that on
you don't.
purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do it. You're gonna
Fun
not like
fact.
yourself afterwards.
Fun fact about Nick Foles while we're here, because it's probably the only Nick Foles mention ever here. Long rumored fact across the NFL. Many people that have shared a locker room have said that much like Lyndon B. Johnson, historical hog. They say that Nick Foles like is the most well endowed gentleman in the biggest hammer in the league.
Oh my gosh. If anyone's from the NFL is watching, can you confirm that? I
Yeah,
don't
anyone
know.
watching this that they're like shared a locker room with Nick Foles. Yeah, they call him Big Dick Nick, I guess. Yeah, no, it's like it's yeah. It's a thing. Like I wish I was making this up, but I wouldn't lie about hog
I
stuff.
don't think you are. Yeah.
Yeah, we're rating,
Well, well,
we're rating Nick Foles 10 and
10 out of
10,
10.
brother. Yeah.
Without further, I guess that's a good segue to talk about the albums we're going to start talking about today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have stuff to yeah, we're not just reviewing hogs and
No, at
metropolises. No.
Philadelphia. Yeah, we are going to be reviewing legacy albums, and we have four we're going to talk about today.
What
One
are we
is kind
talking
of
about?
a, yeah, one is kind of a like, hey, we forgot this one because we were doing a special America episode. This one slipped in, under the radar. So we're going to talk about that one a little bit. But the first one I want to talk about is Blink-182. California, July 1st,
Interesting.
2016. It's 9 years old. Is that nine? No, 9. 9?
9, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 29.
9 years old. It's almost 10. Almost double digits. California, which is the album with Matt Skiba, no Tom DeLonge. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite Blink-182 albums. Like, there are so.
It's great.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I was gonna
it's
say
really
it's
good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people claim that, a lot of people would argue it's like their best album in terms of growth. I have seen that online, but it definitely has a different feel from previous Blink-182 albums with Tom in them. But they have some great songs, Born to Death, No Future. There's just so many great things to love about this album because you have Matt's voice, which is a little bit different than Tom's. So you don't have the usual whiny Tom
No,
sound, which makes it sound almost a little bit more grown up, I'd want to say,
I
than
think so.
previous iterations.
Matt is like the older goth brother of Tom DeLonge. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they were. I mean, obviously there's those old videos of I think Tom in like 2001 when they were finishing Takeoff. He was talking about how he heard From Here to Infirmary by Alkaline Trio. Maybe I'll catch. He heard some trio
Yeah.
songs and he went back and like rewrote lyrics to them, kind of thing. And they've always. I mean, Blink was my first favorite band. Then it was Alkaline Trio. Like it's kind of like Alkaline Trio is like the more serious Blink, and I remember like it's 9/11 or some shit. Like I remember where
Yeah.
I was when the news came out that like Tom's out of the band, and this one was kind of a lot more like fuck Tom. And then it's like, but don't worry, Matt Skiba's filling in for him, and we're still they were gonna play Music Travis's festival.
Yeah.
And they played one show at the Roxy before that, like a last minute spot show just to like practice for that. And I got to go to the show at Music Travis's festival in Orange County.
Yeah.
It was tight. Matt was just Matt filled this spot so well. I don't think anyone else on the planet could have filled, just like think about like other guys like randomly in our world. Like, could you imagine Jim Atkins or Billy Joe Armstrong or Ryan
No.
Key or fucking
Adam Lazara.
or anyone, any random, or like even like Patrick filling that,
No.
like it'd be sick, but
No.
like it's not right.
It'd be weird.
Matt was the only one that could really fill that void. When I
Yes, he did a great
listened
job.
to it, once Tom came back, it became very evident to me that I always thought Travis was the X factor in Blink because he was kind of the
Yeah.
more, I think from
His
Enema.
drumming, yeah.
Enema and Takeoff, especially Travis, is the X factor in the sense that like he is just a next level drummer. And but when Tom came back, you realized like, okay, Tom is the straw that stirs this drink,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. When you like One More Time, when that came out, it was definitively like, this is Blink. Like you
Yeah,
can
that
tell.
it felt
Yes.
right.
It felt right.
I think California and John Feldman did a great job producing this record. I think it's the second best John Feldman produced record behind the self-titled Used album. Like it
Yeah.
sounds great. My only knocks on this album are that I believe it's 16 tracks. That's too
Oh,
goddamn long.
too long.
Too long.
There's
And there's
things they
too
could have cut.
yeah, we don't need Bohemian Rhapsody. I love Built This Pool. I love Built This Pool. That's one of the best
Yeah.
Blink joke songs. I want to see some naked dudes. That's why I built this pool. Like what a great song. What a
Yeah.
great song.
But I feel like by Teenage Satellites, you can feel the length of this album. You're like,
Yes.
okay, it's time to
There's
end.
there's a few songs on here like that too. Like my other would be that Mark at times like brother you're 40. It's a lot of Teenage Satellites, Kings for the
Mhm.
Weekend. Like there's a few songs where just kind of like working all week to get to the show on Friday, and it's like brother you haven't done that in 30 years
No.
almost. You know what I mean? Like it's I
Yeah.
don't give me something else. Like Matt brought like a little more maturity and like existential dread and this like little like
But isn't that what
Chicago
Tom was
flair to it.
trying to want and go for too? And like the reason
And they
he did
didn't and
Boxcar Racer and Angels and Airways?
they didn't have Tom, and Tom's the one that would want to push them forward. And Mark since the beginning has basically been like, I want Blink 182 to sound like Blink 182. He wants every record to sound like Enema, I think. And
Yeah.
Travis, as much as he wanted to push it forward, I think at this time especially, like the last 10 years of like Blink to Travis, it's been like we are a legacy band where we need to hit all like we need to have the Untitled song, the Enema song, like
Yep.
each era like kind of
Perfect.
track.
Yeah.
Like he kind of I think Travis has taken over as like especially during this era, maybe like the creative director in a way, where it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
but
Which
Skiba's tight.
fuels his later. Yeah, Skiba's great in this. Yeah.
He was great. They're like Cynical is tight when Matt comes in. Like I remember they like the clip leaked of him. Like they posted the clip of him doing like the what's the point of saying sorry? It's just like you never heard anyone in a Blink song like
Yeah.
yeah that left
No, you
alone
didn't.
that chorus.
Mm-mm.
Like it's like Matt's so good. Matt's so fucking
Yes.
good. And the album after this, Nine, kind of low key. I understand why people would say it sucks. Like it's not great. But like
Yeah.
this one's fucking tight. Like we can't pretend this isn't a tight
Yeah.
record.
It is a tight record. Might be a little bit too long, but it is a good record.
And a little
So
too
what
like
would you give? Yeah.
formulaic. One last thing too. Another complaint about this record is every
Okay.
song start. Mark sings the first verse. Matt sings the second verse. Every single
It's
song
true.
is the same thing. I don't think
Switch it up.
until I think on the second album Matt had a solo song.
Oh, okay.
But like besides that, pretty much every song on this record is there's that like pins and needles uncomfortability to it where you can imagine it's kind of like they're kind of like I'll do this one, you do that one. They're kind of trying there's not so much a push pull, there's more just like give.
Yes.
Matt's probably like this is your band, and Mark's kind of like we want to make you feel welcome, you know what I mean? So like I'll sing the first
Yeah.
verse and then you take the second one. Like I don't think there's any exclusive Mark songs and there's definitely no exclusive Matt songs. It's just Mark goes, Matt goes, which
Yeah, exactly. Which can get a little boring at times, and I think that's why it feels its length when you get there, because it's almost feels like they're the same songs being done over and over again. And you're like, okay, is this album gonna end? It's good. It's a great album, but yes, the formula and the length really start to take its toll halfway
also
through. So
shout out Patrick Stump, who I believe has a writing credit
yes,
on the song
he
"Sober."
does. Yes,
He
he
wrote he
does.
wrote, he wrote one line, right? I think he
I
wrote
think.
the four leaf clover line. I think he wrote.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Who
funny
knew
because I
he could
remember
write lyrics?
right. I remember hearing it and being like that chorus. I remember kind of thinking like, oh, that's such a Patrick chorus. That makes sense. And then it's like, oh, he didn't write the chorus. He just like wrote one lyric. I'm like, Patrick didn't write a hook. He just wrote word.
A lyric. a word. He said, "This is a good word. Use it." Like and I
Basically,
wonder what it looked like. Did he just like mention it to Mark? He's like, "I'm going to give you writing credit for that."
he's
Like,
just like, which is funny too, because like I'm a dandelion, you're a four-leaf clover. Feels like such a
clever.
Pete. It's such a Pete line too. Like that feels so. Like
Yeah, but you can't tell me that he's lived since he's played with Pete's words enough in his mind. It's
that's
not
how
going to
he
start to
start
come out.
exactly. It's this cute
Yeah,
thing where you can like there's such like yeah, Pete Trick is
they
real.
can
Like I
finish each
can't.
other's sandwiches.
Right? Literally right there. Yeah, exactly. Also, eventually, whenever we do the Frozen review, that will be the number one song on that record. I don't know. The
Are
Frozen
you sure?
album, the Frozen album, I don't know. It might get a higher rating than the album California by Blink. Shout out to my
Are
new
you gonna give
whiteboard
it?
too, by the way. Wow, a 6.3.
Wow.
I go with
Yeah,
a
you
hard
gave it
eight.
an 8.
I gave it,
Okay,
I
that's a
gave it
good
an
hard
eight.
8. It's a good
I
8.
gave it a hard eight, a flat eight right there, just because it still holds up. It's great. Obviously, there's a
Yeah, now
Blink
you make me
182.
wish I gave it a 7.
I thought about giving it a 7, and then I was like, I listened to it on the plane flight and was just like, it's very enjoyable. I don't know if it's a great record, but it's a very, very good.
Yes, I like it too. But next one we're going to talk about. This is the one that I mentioned was a mea culpa. We did not talk about it last week because we were doing the America episode, but I need to talk about this record because it means a lot to me.
What
And
is
that
it?
is Dusk and Summer from Dashboard
Oh,
Confessional. Came out June 27th, 2006. So that's almost 20 years old. It'll be
shout
20 years
out.
old next
Yeah.
year.
Shout out to
Yeah.
my little
Shout out Chris
brother.
Carava.
Came out on his birthday. Shout out Chris Caraba.
Yes.
Shout out
Do we know some?
Adam Duritz from
Yep.
the Counting Crows. And
Yep.
that's all I got.
That's all you got. Yeah.
That's all
This
we
is
got.
all we got. So this came out in 2006. It does include Vindicated, which originally came out in the Spider-Man 2 soundtrack in 2004, but obviously, they put it on here. And this one, this is a very distinct album for me in a lot of ways. Obviously, it's not my first introduction to Dashboard, but it was the first record I could listen to with my roommate who hated emo music and pop punk, but thought
Wow.
Dashboard was like the best lyricist and musician of all time. And so he loved Dashboard and we could listen to Dashboard. And when Dusk and Summer came out, we listened to this album all the time. So it's very important to me from that factor because it's one of the few albums I could listen to with my roommates because they all enjoy a good Chris Carava. But this one, you can definitely tell, is a lot more polished than like a Mark of
Yeah.
Random Mission. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's more polished. It definitely
They're,
has that
they got
Spider-Man
that.
2 money behind it.
I was literally gonna say they got that fucking Spider-Man money, baby. Yeah, he got that vindicated cash. No, yeah,
Yes, but
this is the first dashboard because I remember I had to like if you got a Mark of Mission, I don't even think I had a deluxe version. I think everyone came with like
no.
the DVD or an enhanced CD. Did you get that?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you'd watch, and there'd be like a few live performances in there, but there'd be the recording process. I remember like watching them record the drums, and like, yeah, they weren't in like a studio; they were in like a warehouse, and just it's like they were doing what they could. They at that point they had MTV2 money, which is
They did, which is not the same as Spider-Man 2.
no premium cable
That was
package
Sony
money,
money.
not the same
Yeah.
as Sony money. Yeah, Vindicated was the
No.
biggest. It's like you mentioned your roommates being cool with Dashboard. I feel
Yeah.
like has almost been forgotten in the pantheon of just how important they are. Like, there's a band we're going to discuss later that I feel like is really celebrating our scene, and not that they're not good. Like, I feel like they get a little too much credit. Dashboard's the opposite. Like, I feel like there's been some slight Dashboard erasure. Chris Caraba
Yes.
was like he was like the emo king, but also kind of like the Ed Sheeran. Or
Yeah.
like like you know what I mean? Like just kind of like this, like he was like, in terms of reach, like I feel like he was cool with like all the normie girls. Everyone vibed with some dashboard. Like everyone loved
Oh,
hands
yeah.
down. Everyone loved
Yeah.
vindicated, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like there's some definite erasure here with them. And I know like this album to me, it hits a little different than like a Mark. I think it gives off for me it gives off Dusk and Summer, it gives off true summer vibes like from
Swell.
from the actual like from Don't Wait, that was the first single and then Stolen and then
Great,
Rooftops and like
great
just the
song.
whole yeah, the whole album
Stolen,
just
what a
gives off a
song.
different vibe. Yeah, but it still has Chris Carrabba and his yearning. You still get that on this album, but I think that yeah, it doesn't have it does a little bit overly polished compared to like their previous album, but that's just because he has the money now to do it.
I was talking about Shade of Poison Trees the other day. Like I haven't really listened to that
Yeah.
one totally. They go the other direction on that one, right? That one's more acoustic.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was definitely a little more. They gave a little bit more rock heavy on this one, so you got a little bit more
Yeah.
guitar, not acoustic, but and that's probably in part because of the Vindicated, I'm sure.
Yeah. People
Because
wanted like
that's
don't wait felt very Kirkland vindicated in ways.
yes, mm-hmm.
I remember
Great song.
the first time I heard this CD, I would have been like, yeah, right when like I would have finished like grade 11, like the summer before senior year. And I remember
Yeah, oh
like,
God.
yeah, sorry, you were up the street at Temple,
College.
probably playing
Yeah,
like
I was
Edward
up the street
40
at
Hands.
Temple.
Yeah. Oh, and no, I remember like riding like in my friend Carly Lobin's car, and she put the CD on, and I was rolling around with the girls, and I'm in the back seat, and then we get to So Long, So Long, and then when Adam Duritz comes in, I think that's because like
Yes.
I loved Counting Crows as a kid, like I liked the songs, but I like there's certain artists that I just didn't realize had cred, you know. And that was one of them. Like it was
Yeah.
around this time I realized, like, oh, the Counting Crows are the shit. This isn't just like mom rock. Like they're fucking cool.
Yeah, not just because he dated Courtney Cox either, because they actually were great.
Forgot. Wow. 2 weeks in a row we've mentioned
Yeah.
Courtney Cox on the review show. We're gonna have to try so hard to make that three. We'll find a way. We'll
I
find a
don't know
way.
how we're gonna do it next week.
Next week we're
Oh man, I
reviewing
must love me some Courtney Cox.
the film Ready to Rumble starring David Arquette, who at the time was married to Courtney Cox. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. But this record
I
is
don't
tight,
know.
but it's not quite the dashboard you want, but
Yes,
it made sense. They went in this direction.
for him. Yeah, it made sense. It made sense for the next iteration of Dashboard
Yeah.
to go in this direction. It's yeah.
The
So,
singles are just
well,
so strong
go
too. Like
ahead.
Stolen might be like one of the best dashboard songs in general. Like I can't say enough about that song. Like what a beautiful song.
I know. Yeah. I was thinking about like, you just sing those, you could just sing those singles. And again, they're great for sitting on the beach with a nice drink and enjoying yourself. And
Oh
it's,
yeah.
you're not gonna sit sad in your room with these. I feel like you're gonna be like cruising and there's like wind in your hair as
Yeah, yeah. There's a
dashboards
little
don't wait. It's like
I like associate the other albums with like winter time and this one too because of when it came out. Like I would have flown down to San Diego like the next week probably and I would have bought this CD and just like yeah, it's like
true.
I would have ridden my bike around the beach, you know, listening to this. And it's like that's like the preferred method of listening to
Yeah.
music to me is like on a bike, you know, by the beach and pretty perfect album for that situation.
Pretty perfect album. It's definitely a vibe. So what would you give Dusk and Summer? It could be hard. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm scaring my dog. All right.
Pretty close, pretty close, pretty close, pretty close. Yeah. Pretty close, pretty close. Okay. I can live with that. Yeah, I was torn on that one. If we were doing, yeah, if we were doing, I believe it's the one with the numbers, the red flag people.
Oh my god. Oh, let's talk about
I wanted
this
to shit
album,
on this
man.
so bad. I wanted to.
You can't though. It's so okay. The next album we're gonna talk about for everyone who is like, what are they referring to? Want by 303 came out July 8th. Shout out, that's my sister's birthday. And
Wow.
so shout out to my middle sister, Amy. But Want by
Happy
303
birthday, Amy.
came out July 8th, 2000. Man, this song, if you could say like this is that beginning of that like neon hyper
It's like the
pop
start
stuff
of
that we start
Clunkcore.
getting and
Yeah, if Cobra
the
Starship kind of laid the
crunkcore,
foundation here. No,
this.
yeah, the Helen
And then
Keller
they
song.
came in and said, we're going to outdo you. We're going to give you Don't Trust Me. We're going to give you I'm Not Your Boyfriend, Baby. I mean, songs like Starstruck is, one of my favorite songs. And then, of course, Richmond is the one we talked about that on another episode, actually,
Didn't we?
for some reason. Yeah, we did. We did talk about it. These songs, I know that it's all on the nose and it's definitely,
That's what I
this
did at
is
the
where
time, though. Everything
you
was on
start
the
getting
nose.
the people will take it too seriously now. Like it's on the nose, but they'd be like, "Oh my, these guys are misogynists and they're awful." And I'm like, I think they're doing it on purpose.
I think they're
Like there's a
in the
reason
era
for it.
of like punk goes crunk. basically, which I just saw as this big excuse for like skinny white boys to like drop like some soft ends. Like 303 felt like the
Yeah.
most performance already like satirical of the bunch. And as time has gone on, as red flaggy as this music is, never heard a bad thing about these guys.
No, and yeah, and you can even see their in their performances. It's definitely tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
There is a reason they do what they do. Like you see the backdrops and stuff. These guys are ridiculous. They are fantastic live. Having seen them live several times, they are fantastic live. And these songs hit so hard live. I mean, the beats behind them, as someone who appreciates a good dance song, but all like 303's Want is an excellent album, like to me, front and back for that type of music. And you definitely get like I envision the exact kind of girl with the scene hair and
Yeah.
the leggings underneath the skirt and they're
Yeah.
striped and all the
Possibly
bracelets, the rubber bracelets.
the raccoon thing, possibly. The
Oh,
skunky
100%
the
the
skunky
raccoon thing.
tracks, yeah.
Yes, with like the three camisoles, like three
Yes,
spaghetti strap
yes,
camisoles over
yeah.
top of each other. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly how I envision uh 303.
The one song alone, like, not even kidding, like, arguably two of the greatest like, if we're I like, not even kidding, if you were to, like, sit someone down and force them to write down, like, what are the, like, most iconic like, the single lines, and it's like, okay, maybe, like, "Cut my
Mhm.
wrists and black my eyes" or something is up there, but there's gonna be the
But yeah.
vegetarian line and the Helen Keller line, like, are just
But
so
yeah.
just in one song, like, my
Yeah.
hard.
But yeah, those are the and you every time it comes on, no matter where you are, as soon as you
Rip.
see the vegetarian and the helicopter, like those people go off the charts. And I just like the way they play with the music too in some of the songs. Like Starstruck is one of my favorites. And it starts off with um this like whistle kind of thing, which was very popular in rap music, like the whistle song and stuff like that. And like, I'm not gonna whistle because I don't think I can do it on camera.
I can't.
But then it kind of switches when it gets to the bridges and the chorus, and the beat just kind of switches it up, and they just play around with the way they sing, and they go from the singing to the rapping, but it's all just they just like to play with different things in this song, and I find that to be so rewarding. They play on phrases, right? I think you should know how to make love to something innocent without putting my fingerprints down, on, out, putting my fingerprints out without leaving my fingerprints out. Like they have these like weird turns of phrases and stuff that I think are so just clever and makes you enjoy the music even more. Well, yeah.
Did did
I I
303
am a sucker for 303. I can't help it.
did they invent hyperpop on this album maybe? Did 303 walk so like 100 gecs could run and stuff like that? Were they possibly
Hopefully.
trends like cuz I literally when I sent this album I was like we're going to review this. In my head I was like, "Oh, I'm going to rank that 3.03 out of 10." Like obviously it's not a great record. And then I listened to it and I was just like, God damn, the 303 record is kind of tight.
You like it.
It's kind of
Yeah, you like it. You like it.
it's
Yeah.
I do. It's better than it has any business being.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think they took the idea of what Cobra Starship was doing and they're like, now we're gonna turn it on its head. We're gonna take it a step further. And they did. Like, right? I mean, because they really did. They took whatever Cobra was doing and they took it a step farther. And I think it was incredible. All right. So
It's
what am
really
I gonna
good.
give this album?
And it doesn't have
It
quite the
is
same
really good.
it doesn't have the same gas station energy like a Hollywood Undead has. Like there's just like an innate fun and charm to the 303s. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, they're just ridiculous. If we all remember from DC Warp Tour this year, one of them split their pants on stage trying
True.
to dance.
Lenny
Yeah,
Kravitz style. Yeah.
what we give it?
I'm giving
Now,
it
Lenny Kravitz
a
style, what you giving it?
6.9
6.9, 7.5.
yeah, in true 303 fashion. That's pretty fair. That's fair.
That I
Fucking
think a
California
6.9, I
rankings.
think they would
They'd appreciate that, right?
appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think
California
they'd
rankings,
appreciate that. Yeah.
the only one we're off on here. Fuck.
I know. It makes me want to go back
No, I just got like a Skiba
and
kink
change
too.
it.
So you gotta understand.
You do love Skiba a lot. I
Yeah,
understand.
there's a
That makes
bias
sense.
there. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the last album. Came out July 10th, 2007. So he's 18 years old. And that is A Lesson in Romantics by Mayday Parade, which to me is like a for this time period is like a quintessential, essential, whatever
Essential is the word, yeah.
of quintessential is the word I'm
There
looking
you
for.
go.
Why am I not saying it right?
You're an
Is
English
a
major, right?
quintessential
Yeah.
emo, yes, I am, pop punk album of this time period. Jamie All Over is again that beginning line. As soon as you hear it, everyone is gonna start in
Yeah.
and just yeah,
I feel like there's a few
it is
bands.
what you expect.
I feel
Yeah,
like they overachieve really well. Like, I don't necessarily
yeah,
know if I don't wanna say, like, I don't think they should, but I wouldn't think that Mayday Parade is still this big band that is garnering, like, headlining tours and getting really good slots at, like, all these
hmm,
festivals in our world. Like, to me, this seemed like a one album wonder band kind of thing, but they are very beloved. I think if you're,
yeah,
like,
they
3
are.
years younger than me, like, this is probably your shit. Baby All Over's great. Black Cat song's great. You know, the
Black
Katie Don't
Cat, so
Cry
good.
song gets a little, grating,
Hmm.
but good record. I don't think it's as good as it's renowned to be. And
Yeah,
I think a lot of the magic is in the vocalist that left and did Go Radio instead, because they
yeah,
had the two vocalists on here, and the one guy leaves like right after they finish recording it, I think.
yeah, I think so. And I think that's might have been a detriment, but the album itself. So the crazy thing is, this was written while they were on Warp Tour. So they wrote the whole thing while they're on tour, which is wild.
What? So they were on. Well,
I
that would
know.
have been they were
And
they were
then
on
obviously then
'06.
recorded it, but
They were on '06 Warp Tour and they wrote it then.
mhm.
Okay, because I saw them at the '08 Warp Tour, the first Warp
Yep.
Tour I ever went to, because I didn't go to one until I was older, because my dad wouldn't drive across San Diego. Warp Tour started at like 11. He already had like 5 Coors in him. He
You
couldn't be
know how it
driving that
is.
far, yeah. But the first band I ever saw at the Warp Tour was Mayday Parade.
There we go.
Yeah, they're on a side stage still at this time, playing at like 11:30 in the morning, but they've done well for
Oh
themselves.
yeah.
I don't love this album. Like, I don't love it, but I enjoy the good tracks on it. It's a little too
Yeah.
bubblegum pop punk, a
For
little too
me,
bubblegum.
yeah, it's definitely the pop punk aspect of it. For me, they were definitely trying to go for what was I feel like this is their sound, and they kind of honed in on that because when I think of Mayday Parade, this is exactly the sound I think of, but also it's the sound of all the emo pop punk bands of
They're
that
like,
time period too.
we need to do the two vocalist thing, but we'll do the two vocalist thing with a poppier delivery than Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And I think that's what they were trying to do here. And it's funny because I think this is longer than California, like in terms of length. Like it's 46 minutes. I think California's like 43, but it doesn't feel that long, but it is a longer just by 3 minutes. What, like almost like it would be an extra song, but it has less
Yeah.
songs. It only has 12
Yeah.
compared to
Eh,
16. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's iconic for its time period. It was exactly came out for for that time period. And that's why it's still a classic today. Is it Mayday Parade's best album?
I'd say
Would you
so.
say it's their best album?
I would
Yeah.
say they're arguably in our world a one album wonder. And I'm sure some
Hmm.
Mayday Parade fans will be like, no, this and that. But in the same sense, Hawthorne Heights is the one album wonder. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like people know
Yeah.
the other albums exist, but like for the most, a lot of these bands have one that crossed over it, and everyone had it. And for Mayday Parade, like this is
Yes. This is their album. Yeah. Yeah. That's why they did it at when we were young.
so
That was the choice.
they don't do
All
the
right.
full album though. They cut a couple out when they do that. Did they have the full
I didn't
40
see them
40
I didn't
minutes?
get a chance to see them. Oh, I don't know. I didn't get to see them. Someone who actually got to see their set tell me, but I did not get to see their set, so I don't know. Some people did. Like Red Jumpsuit didn't have a full 40 minutes, but they managed to do, I think, almost all of the songs from their album. Because I went and had seen them in their little in the tented Verizon stage.
Talk about another one album wonder.
which
Shit.
was which is okay. I was like, also true. They are, yes. A lot of bands at this time, that's supposed to be a whole that should be a whole
Yeah.
episode, all
Like,
the
yeah.
one album wonders and who they are. Have like one album that everyone's like, that's, and then they have other
And then they,
albums that are great,
yeah,
but none
but
that achieve
people
the same
just, yeah,
success.
I think at this time, mo pop punky stuff is just at such like like this might be the commercial peak in a way, like as opposed to a few years before that, like '06 to
Yeah.
'09 might be the like if financially, like mainstream appeal. Like this is the peak where, they're playing
Oh
Metro
yeah.
Station at the Zoomies and stuff like that, where like everyone in one of these bands, especially the popular ones, are very popular. But then a year or two later, the stomp clap thing happens. Everyone's party rocking and shit instead, Which shout out to 303.
Yes.
303
LMFAO
basically
comes out.
303
Yeah.
invented party rocking, and they didn't have to do it with like their uncle or something. They had friends. Well, I mean, they had one friend that they could do stuff with,
Yeah.
and that's better than an
They,
uncle or
yeah, they
nephew.
didn't have to bring the yin yang twins in. Yes. So
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. All right. So what are we gonna give a lesson in the romantics?
Giving it a
Oh
hard
wait, oh,
7.1.
okay.
We're
All
going with
right. I was
7.1.
gonna give it a
All equal.
7.5.
That's fair. That's fair. We can live with those, right? Do you
That's
think
fair. Yeah,
Derek Saunders can
that's
live with
fair.
that? Yeah. Is that how I say it? Is it Saunders? I see the U. I assume it's Saunders.
Yes, I think so. I would use, if there's a U in it, I would say that that's accurate. Yes.
Fair. That's fair. We
All
can live with
right.
that.
So now that we've done our legacy, yeah, we can live with that. So now that we've done our legacy albums, let's quickly do. So we're gonna do an EP from a new band, a very new band called Leisure Hour. We're gonna do an EP a little bit differently than we do albums. We're gonna do it out of 5 because only half an album, right? Or like
Yeah, that's
some
fair.
of an
That's fair.
album. So
Yeah.
we're gonna give it a rating out of 5. But yeah, so Leisure Hour, Validation. This is the band that we both have been listening to. Hopefully, we'll get them on the podcast soon. Maybe
Yes.
if we get our way.
You might hear them very soon. We'll see if you're lucky.
Yes, if you're lucky. But let's talk about it. You brought it to my attention, so I listened to it, and I am such a big fan of this EP,
Lord.
like straight from the get go.
Incredible.
So I like the different. I know the different vocalists in it, and just the overall composition of the songs. Chicago might be my favorite song on the album or on the EP. Sorry, on this EP. I really gravitated towards that one, but I also liked Validation too. So, but it's definitely a great representation of the new wave of like the emo pop punk bands that we're seeing come out
So
today.
good. And like, okay, like the one of the knocks on California maybe is that Mark and Matt sound very similar, and Mark and Tom sound way different. Mark is low and monotonous, and Tom is like the nasally over the top. I want to talk about different fucking vocalists here.
Mm.
Like it feels like you could be listening to like this EP at times sounds like you're listening to like 3 or 4 different fucking bands. Incredible.
Yes, it kind of
Obviously,
reminds me of like, yeah.
what do you say?
No, I was saying it kind of reminds me of like how the Hush Sound had 2 different like vocalists, and you could just it was nice because it felt like it opened the songs up, made them different and very distinct, and I get that vibe here. But go ahead, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, yeah, Jenny was a single, so Jenny's been around for a while, and that was the first song I heard. And our friend Chris Chillette has bugged me for months. He's like, you gotta promote Leisure Hour. Like hearing you talk about Oscar and the matches, talk about Leisure Hour, like please, like get them on the pod, this and that. And then I was like, all right, all right, all right. And then they popped up on my feed, or they popped up on Twitter actually. And I was like, oh, I know this name because of Chris. And I checked him out, and at the time
Yeah.
they had other stuff, but Jenny was the newer single, and I was like, okay, this is pretty fucking stupid good. Then I went and listened back, and I was like, I think this is a different band I'm listening to now because this is a lady singing all of a sudden. But it's no, it's the same band. It's awesome. They're we're squeezing our way into being friends of theirs right now. The drummer follows me on the TikTok application.
Hmm.
So yeah, they're cool. We like Leisure Hour. This is much like like we talked about Kerosene Heights a couple weeks ago, and who will have a possibly an interview dropping with them soon in the next few days. We'll
Yep.
see. You guys, same thing. Where it's just like this.
Yep.
I swear, this new wave of bands like could be more special than the ones that we grew up on. Like I have more faith. I
Yeah.
have more faith in this youth than I do our youths. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a strong EP, which makes me kind of excited for when they put out a full length album and what that's
Yes.
going to look like.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely. Is
Yeah.
it? I think seven is 7 songs, right? Seven feels a little long for an EP.
Yeah. I think so. It almost could be an album.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 7 songs. It almost could be an album. It's getting close.
But it's exactly what you want. I think it's solid. I'm very happy with you, Leisure Hour. Now that being said, what do we give it out
Me
of
too.
5 for what?
Yeah. I'm making sure I put a 5 so people aren't like, what would you give that rating?
Yeah.
That's my rating.
Oh, look at that. Look at
A
that.
4, but only be. Hey, we're right on. We never get it right on target.
Yep, I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with that. 4 is pretty solid. That yeah, if we do a currency conversion, that's an 8 out of 10. That'd be basically the strongest album of the day.
Yeah.
Good job, Leisure Hour. Good job. Good job. I'm happy we didn't have to torch that
If
before
y'all are,
talking to them.
yeah, good job. If we're, yeah, you should come on our podcast.
We'll see you.
So now it's time for us to do our Tinder date with some singles and determine if we're going to swipe right or swipe left. And we have a couple of singles here, brand new. Some are ones from a pretty old punk band I didn't think was putting out new music, but here we go. But the first one I know, right? The first one we're going to talk about though is Bill Murray's More Than Hate, which I believe came out last week, but obviously because we were doing our America episode,
For the
we
troop.
kind of pushed it this week. But yeah, for the troops, yes, of course, as it would be. But we're big fans of Bill Murray here on the channel. We talked about them in our new artists to check out episode that we did a while back. I think that's one of the first few episodes we did. And More Than Hate is a solid single. It's not surprising that it's already climbed up. Like when you go on Spotify, it's already climbed up to be his #1 single, like most listened to.
Yeah.
It's a strong single from Bill Murray.
Walmart people music, like the best of all the Walmart music combined. Like there's a little Day to Remember, there's a little Morgan Wallen, there's a little Hardy, there's like a little splashes of
Yep.
almost like Nickelback or something in there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as Better Hell, maybe.
Yeah.
Still song.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Too Walmarty, but America is Walmarty in general. So
I love that.
I think he eats up the middle America like music tastes very well and like spits it out as one thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It does feel like middle America, like rock music
Yes.
for sure. Yes. I could see it crossing over in some of my like friends that are a little bit more rednecky than myself enjoying that song.
Yeah, exactly.
So, with that being said, are you going to swipe right on it or swipe left?
Tough one, tough one, tough one. I objectively speaking, I would swipe right, but personally, I'm gonna swipe left on you today, Bill Murray.
Huh. I said swipe right. I liked it. I would
I
listen to
lean
it again.
I leaned hard on this one. I definitely had to open the profile and view it a little before I got the ick. But yeah, very slight swipe left. But still in general,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a Bill Murray fan. I'm also a fan of the other Bill Murray too, the one from Ghostbuster, Caddyshack, those films. Like yeah, I like both Bill Murrays.
All right. All right. So the next single that we're going to look at is by our friend on the pod, MGK, Vampire
Wow.
Diaries.
Machine Gun Kelly's, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
you
think I
ever
want
watch
to.
Vampire Diaries?
I didn't watch Vampire Diaries. I'm not familiar with the program. No, I'm familiar with the track that Machine Gun Kelly dropped last night at midnight or tonight, I guess, or
Yeah.
this morning. I don't know. I'm trying to adapt to the
Morning. Yeah.
Eastern time thing. Normally, I would say it came out at 9 p.m., but I'm trying here.
You're good, Deb.
Machine Gun Kelly, pretty good, pretty good. Like he is like falling into this like niche of just like popish pop punk. Like this doesn't feel as like Blink derivative. but it still
No.
feels very poppy punky, you know? I think
Yeah.
MGK.
I do like MGK. I like this song. I love that he called it Vampire Diaries. Shout out to Damon Salvatore. That was my favorite person on that show. Damon and Elena are my forever. And they were forever. Spoiler. Yeah, no, I think the song rocks. I like that it's a little bit different than Cliche, right? Because
Yes.
Cliche had a little bit of a twang to it. This is more straight poppy punk
Yeah.
vibes. And yeah, yeah. I will F with it. I like it a lot.
I think, yeah, he's really good. He's really good. There's this weird borderline epidemic of like white guys that make all genres of music. It might just be him and Post Malone. I don't know. And the Jelly Roll, maybe. I haven't really
Yes.
heard. I've never heard the Jelly Roll actually,
Might be Amy Postman.
but like it just might be. But like there's something special about MGK. I think where it's like he seems to prove a lot of people wrong, and maybe he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah. I think he's sticking with what he really can shine with, and this is definitely it. So he's doing a good job. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna
Yeah,
swipe right on this one. I am a
we're
fan of
swiping
it.
right on MGKs. Yeah, good job,
Yeah,
Michigan guy.
100%
Yeah, good
for
job.
sure. Um, yeah, it's as always, man. All right, next one is from a newer band that we are both fans of. Played at Warped Tour, Saturdays at Your Place, Waste Away. They have a new album coming out too. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that it's like the first single for this new album coming out in
It's going to be a
September, I think.
Saturday at your place September this year, and they have a tour. They're coming to the West Coast with Riley, another potential friend of the pod. We will see very soon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
winking, winking, nudging, nudging, I guess, but solid. Saturdays at your place, great. Hero Cards, maybe one of the best songs, like emo songs of the last like however many years. I can look past the weird pronunciation of tarot cards because the song is so sick.
Yeah.
And Waste Away, yeah, they do this very well, what people call Midwest emo. And is Michigan the Midwest? That's the Midwest,
Yeah.
right? They're actually Midwesternites. So like,
I would say a lot of people still, yeah, they call that Midwest. Yeah. Like that, Wisconsin, all that stuff is, I still think Midwest. Yeah.
that's valid.
It's a
I
wide
think
berth. Yeah. Yeah.
like
But no, I
like the
think Waste
song.
Away is a great. Yeah. I like it too. It definitely has the Midwest emo vibes and I like the lyrics a lot. I just think it's kind of catchy for being like, I mean, the
Yeah.
Midwest emo song. It has a good pop vibe to it as well. So I'm a big fan of it.
Another band that I think will be like
So what are you gonna rate
a year from
Waste?
now, this can be one of the bigger bands in our world. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're swiping right
I think
hard
they're gonna
on.
start blowing up here shortly.
Yeah, if they, I mean, they
Give
have already in their
Yeah,
world,
give
but
them a
like,
few more times at Warp Tour. Yeah,
yeah, give them a good little TikTok rub or something like that. Like, yeah, let the normies catch on. Like Saturdays at your place
yeah,
will, yeah, they'll be big.
yeah. I think so too. All right, so the next one comes from a legacy punk band, No FX, Barcelona. What are your thoughts about a new No FX song?
No effects was done. Thought we were done. Thought we already mourned no effects. I don't understand what we're doing here. I'm happy that there's new no effects, but like, brother, that was like September or October. We did like a going away party for you guys. Like it's been less than a year, and we're back with a sing. You know, like I don't like he says in the song. Maybe this is just like a B side or a C side or a D side. Maybe it's just an old song.
Yeah. No, I get the same feeling. I felt like it was just derivative of the things they have done in the past.
Yeah, Mike. And I mean, this is on the heels, if I'm not mistaken. Fat Mike just sold the Fat Wreck catalog to Hopeless.
Yeah,
So Fat Wreck is done. He keeps like the name, image, and likeness or whatever, you know, like that stuff's still under him, but Hopeless just absorbs, I'm guessing, like distribution and stuff from now on.
yeah,
Yeah. But in general, the song, I don't know. What are you swiping?
yeah, yeah. My vibe is also just it's okay, but I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I also said swipe
Mr.
left.
Burkett. Yeah.
Sorry, no FX.
Sorry guys. Sorry guys.
Yeah, sorry, man. But I am surprised they're coming back. But I guess when you see the nostalgia rise, maybe it's time to. try again, as I imagine most older bands are seeing that. So the last one we got for our Tinder date with singles is West Coast Funeral by Chris Casey, which you stumbled upon. He's like an alt, like rock rap artist, right?
I guess, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this has been on my radar. This was sent upon me, and we fuck with this song hard. I don't know if this guy's going to be a friend of the show, but we're going to try to make this guy a friend of the show for sure. Uh, great, great.
Yes, it is a good song. Question: does the riff underneath the song remind you of "Closing Time" by Semisonic?
Yeah, anything using that like chord structure will just it'll come. It's like that 1 6 4 5 is going to be very closing time esque, especially just like the distorted guitar going like it feels like like a little gloomier, a little trappier closing time at times underneath it.
Mhm.
Vocally, I would say it almost reminds me of like Man on the Moon era Kid Cudi almost. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I got that
or
vibe
even
too.
like the
And
Kid
I
Cudi song "Erase Me,"
the lyrics are right. Yeah, yeah,
right?
it does have
There's
that vibe to it. I see it.
something there to it. Yeah, no, we like this song a lot. I'm excited to see what else he comes out with in this general style.
Yeah, because I had not heard anything by him before, but then after hearing this, I was like, I need to hear more of the music. And I know he has a few other songs on there, so I'm definitely gonna be checking him out.
Yeah, we're yeah. I like this guy, Chris Casey, right?
Chris Casey, yeah.
Okay, Chris Casey.
Casey spelled how you think it'd be spelled.
Yeah, we're swiping right on you hard. I'm super liking you.
We are swiping right. Big fans. Liking the single. All right. So we have done our legacy albums, we have done our EP, we have done our singles, and I think that's all we have for this weekly music review, right?
That is all we have, I believe. And
Yeah.
I guess we should warn people that
Awesome.
in the next
Well,
few
with
weeks you're going to
that in
be getting a
mind,
lot.
go ahead.
And say over the next few weeks, people are going to be getting a lot.
Yeah.
So make sure you're following us, subscribed, like whatever, all that's yada yada yada. Just do that because it's gonna be an Emo Kids Anonymous summer and an Emo Kids Anonymous autumn, and maybe even an Emo Kids Anonymous
Yeah,
winter.
that's right. We got a lot of stuff planned for you guys, a lot of stuff coming up. So, with that, everyone, have a good rest of your day, and we will see and talk to you all soon.